Rob Milkins to get us underway, and as the guys have been discussing, and indeed the players ahead of this match, it's been quite a lively rivalry, this one, down the years. This is their 12th. And Milkins, of course, still on a high from breaking his ranking title duck last season. So to then perform as he did in Gibraltar, beating Kyron Wilson in the final was impressive, and as he admitted, rather came out of the blue. I think he was 200 to 1 shot at the outset.
Beating anybody. You know, he's been in the 16, he played at the Masters, played O'Sullivan there, you know, he's flirted with being at the top table.
One. Robert Milkins, 1.
Yes, it was a late old night last night, or this morning, wasn't it, with the Mark Allen victory over Andy Lee. And that was the other reason would be to support Mark. But he found a way of winning that match on the colours. Late night snooker is not a new thing, as we were saying last night. People this morning that might have preferred to have a little lie in bed. Anyway, that's a mistake. Quite a big mistake.
An early chance for Higgins, who looked so good in that victory over Jackson Page. That was vintage Higgins, wasn't it? The quintessential Triple Crown events.
Because you saw a real up-and-coming talent, and he managed to find a way of beating him. You know, there's an argument that John has been, if not the player of the last
25.
year, certainly a very intense battle. He's still got what it takes.
Got a shot of Sean Murphy in the background there. Murphy.
30.
Well, he'd be really annoyed.
1.
And it's brought about a good opportunity.
9.
Played a good shot there, Milkins.
Seven.
A real instinctive player, Milkins. Not quite as quick, but a similar sort of simple style.
Lou House Shan in the background there. That's the morning match that's still
30.
Done a lot of hard graft here just to make this a good chance now.
40.
You know, how did he finish quite there? It was a fairly basic safety, and he might move it here. Yeah, that's really good for Milkins. He's got a great snooker brain.
55.
Playing it in the middle, I think. Good shot.
15.
He only needs the black, so...
after losing prime position, and looks like it's cost him this frame.
Yeah, it's excellent break this for Milkins. 2 snookers currently. And, that's a really excellent shot. And that's too much for Higgins. Is that enough?
Milkins did the rest for 1-0.
Not always that easy to play against, I might add. You know, he's a bit of a fidget. He's always sort of...
7.
Screw into them.
15.
well.
Well, John Higgins will be fully aware that he's missed 2 blacks off the spot. He knew that it might go off the jaw. You can sometimes think you've got them.
7.
If he's going to be Higgins, he's going to have to play well. He appears to be doing so in the early stages.
Despite that miss we saw from Zhou Yulong just now on table 2, he's actually managed to pinch that very tight opening frame against Sean Murphy. So Zhou leading.
Kevin Dabrowski, the referee, just having a little look to make sure there's no infringements there. John's not touching the ball.
1.
Similar scenario at the English Open against Neil Robertson. More comprehensively beaten by Luca Brissell in the Scottish Open final.
One.
Just felt that because of the shots that had gone before, which is in Milkins' favour, obviously. Really good.
$17.
From about there.
25.
So he's made a mistake there, all right. And
1.
He's still
No.
just not happening at the moment. Because if Higgins were to win it, then he can forget about the errors he's made. Get on with frame 3.
yeah, but again, it's not any good to him really where he's finished. I mean, the black he missed was easier than that. Maybe get the green into play.
2.
What a chance.
He's going to need the pink as well to make the frame safe, but first things first, get the green, which he hasn't. Well,
that could be a very important... Oh, goodness me.
oh, that's incredible.
That really is the stand a little bit, but not that one. By John, of all people, to win a frame.
Almost feels like a must-win now, this.
No, he's going to roll it.
15.
And it goes in off the jaw. Well, it was an error-strewn frame and some 5 pots missed, including that almost unbelievable straight brown into the left centre pocket just now, and it looked as though he was going to punish Rob Milkins for not taking his chances. That's not settled at all as yet.
I think he's just about to win because well, he's not himself, is he? I mean, even that shot He'll get back to the table quickly, and that's probably what he needs right now. It's not going to make him feel any better, is it?
Four frames to 3. And still Higgins can't find the pocket.
This is near the cushion. They're just not easy shots.
That's better from the 4 times world champion. Liu Haoshan, by the way, will now play Luca Brissell.
John Higgins.
Good line. Pace no good. He's on his way. That's well played. But John, with all his experience, I'm sure will improve his game. But I think he's going to, well, if he shot in behind the green here, it's sort of Milkins' shot he likes. You leave a red near a pocket, and that's what's happened.
One.
And another black eludes John Higgins. That's the 4th. We're only in frame 3.
John Higgins, 1.
It's almost at the point where the way he seems to have started this match.
About how pleased he was with the way he held himself together in that superb 69 clearance to force the decider, made a century.
7.
Perhaps coming out in sympathy here with Higgins because he's struggling too. That's end of break much earlier than he'd have hoped.
Milkins, 7.
Another mistake from Milkins. Look at that. That is not...
Well, he's played a pretty good shot, in fact. So,
But he's absolutely got to take advantage of this because yeah, this is the danger for Milkins. Yes, Higgins is all at sea, but another opportunity for Higgins to finally...
Eight.
he's played a great shot there, I can tell you. That is one that he's been punching in and...
Get up. $18. $25. John Higgins.
Maybe not for long after that last shot.
to play his best to have a chance today in the event he hasn't had to lead 2-0.
1.
Not one that's going to feature in his memoirs very...
John Higgins, 8 in a frame.
Winner of this to play left ahead of tomorrow when we go up to the best of 9 frames. Oh, it's another error from Milkins, way too thin on the red.
Well, there you are. I mean, even that
One.
shot, it's a good shot from John. And this is unbelievable. John just...
So while Rob Milkins looks to table 2, of course you can watch this on Discovery Plus. Sean Murphy, who in the Welsh Open,
17.
Montageau.
He's decided to break them open here. I can understand why he'd do that. Doesn't want that in, that red. And he didn't.
20.
No, it's a good shot. No, it is a good shot. To the right of the top of the bunch anyway. The power at the top spin. It's a great effort. Oh, he's unlucky, is he? No, he's not. That's fine. The cueing of it was the reason he missed it, clearly. It was awkward, but... in front of him.
Well, he did it, of course, in the penultimate frame against Jackson Page, a wonderful... Certainly Milkins won't mind.
Didn't want to play that red, did he? But I think he had no choice, you know, in the end. Complicating matters to leave it there, and whatever that bang was just on his backswing couldn't have helped him that much, I must say. Oh, now, what about that? Now, is this the moment when he...
Rob Milkins struggling to...
17.
Screw directly up, I think, for the yellow. It's still got to be done, this, because there's something about where the pink is a slightly acute angle.
42. 45.
Remaining colours.
He's gone absolutely. Oh, this is a good shot. That is a great recovery shot now.
Oh, but the pinks eluded him. The pace kept it out. Wow.
Robert.
I think many a player would have been tempted to go for that, but all credit to Milkins. You know, he thought that was his best option there. Respot at worst. But there was a situation where he didn't really have a meaningful shot that he could play. cue ball heads down towards the black. Should it go in? Played it well though. If you're going to miss it, that's the best way to miss it.
With that 1 point advantage, Rob Milkins needs the pink to guarantee himself at least a respot. But that's gone wrong. It's caught.
How many balls has he missed into that right middle? Enough.
Well, then goes the pink. Oh, very nearly an in-off. Could have been...
Frame. And again, if you miss it on that side and...
Milkins.
Yeah, that's a good hit from Higgins.
That's a good comeback. 2 good safety shots here. 2 or 3, in fact, from these two on this black. Have to push the black all around the angles again. And he's done it well.
Key moments of this match.
This is not looking great.
No problem. Well cued.
Well, I mean, he's not played it as well as some. I'd refuse the double here. Oh, he's got a nice nudge though, hasn't he? I mean, if you're going to miss it again. Where's this going? Worryingly near the pocket, but not too bad, in fact. It's been an interesting duel on the...
Because of the errors, of which there have been many in this match. Is this another one from Higgins?
Well, it definitely is an error. Almost roles reversed of the previous shot.
Oh, he's missed it by a week. The situation here, the importance of this frame. Higgins can get out of this at 2 each, the way he's played.
I think Milkins needs to show a little...
Yes, it might take a bit of recovering from if Milkins now loses this frame, given... Oh, it's straight in the pocket. Forced the respot. Rob Milkins missed his first attempt at the black by a long way, but the double was emphatic, and so Milkins is 1 frame away. You'd have got long odds on that at the start of the afternoon. Still to come, of course, Neil Robertson against Lee Hang, our next match here on Table 1 this afternoon. Epic battle last evening with Andy Lee. Mark Allen will be up against... Face off tonight.
I think Rob Milkins has just got to...
One.
Body language is not great from Higgins for once.
It's a good opening red from Milkins, so...
One.
Cross. Great shot. That's really good. That'll make him feel...
50.
transitional shot earlier on that nearly went wrong. But like I say, bit by bit.
30.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point you make, because in the end he's come up with a very good shot.
He has made the quarterfinals of this tournament before, but to beat John Higgins in front of this big Belfast crowd would be
42.
But he's proved one thing in this break, you know, that he can just take stock of the situation. He's not all about the Gibraltar Open. Some said he'd never win one, I guess. That's a good...
56.
not a match-winning break, but
right end of the two reds is. Well, he's just pushing balls on cushions.
he was very close to that red.
Yeah, he's willing that other red to go on the cushion. And he's more than... There's one of them going to be moved here.
Still to come on table one, Neil Robertson against Lee Hang. That's coming right up at the conclusion of this match.
Frame just to play safe from it, but he won't be playing it now. The only problem is Higgins might do if he can see it. That's another fantastic safety shot. Ron Milkins trying his best to keep them on cushions and keep John in a safe position. Well, here's a...
One false move, this match will be over, and that's a mistake. And he's got it for John Higgins. Having been so brilliant against Jackson Page, his form has deserted him today, but...
Personally, he might still try, but I think the best player has won, and no one could argue that, even John.
Who offers his hand. Another big name